Yelena. Good evening, everyone from Bangkok. I'm Richard, a graduate from Bouvet College of Health Sciences 2014. So I was lucky enough to be part of this leadership last team when Dr. Prapin introduced us to robotics in Thailand. And I'm pleased to have him back this year for a very important and relevant topic. Thank you so much again, Dr. Prapin, for featuring in today's talk. Today, we're joined by many Northeastern community members. Apart from the Thai community, we also have a representation from the Young Global Leaders community, or YGL in short. The Young Global Leaders are a group of young Northeastern alumni from all around the world, and our goal is to further advance the university's mission in our respective countries or regions. We have over 120 members from 49 different countries. Some of the YGL activities include philanthropy and mentorship. In the past, we've sponsored scholarships at the university from research to arts to athletics. This year, during our annual YGL conference, we donated over $20,000 to a women's charity in India. So apart from philanthropy, the YGL program also provides incredible mentorship to our group members. And since we're all in different regions and different professional paths, members often seek advice from each other from all respective industries. So the YGL members usually meet as a big group at least once a year in a different location to align our vision and efforts. This year we met in India, last year was in Shanghai, the year before was in France. During our annual meetings, we're able to engage directly with Northeastern president and board of directors, which provides us a greater opportunity to network with each other and also network with the university leaders directly. So that's a brief summary of the YGL group, but if you're interested to learn more, you can contact Yelena, contact me after, or shoot me an email anytime. Okay, Sureena?
Thank you. Hi, hello everyone. Thank you, Yelena and Richard, for the brief introduction and everyone who joined us today. I'm Sureena and I graduated from the Demore McKim School of Business class of 2019. And I'm also a part of the Northeastern Alumni Thai leadership team. And with the local community team, we work together and try to organize different events and knowledge sharing sessions in order to better connect graduate and undergraduate alum and students. And then with that being said, I actually recently joined the team earlier this year, and I've been able to connect with a lot of other alumni and actually learn from them as well. And the core community lead team is actually currently consists of 6 members, and we are looking to expand in order to better connect with younger alumni. So if you are a Northeastern alumni and would like to get more involved in the local community team, please feel free to reach out to me or Yelena in our chat box here, or just drop us an email anytime. Or if you would like to also be added to the line group chat for Northeastern alumni, please reach out. All in all, I would like to thank you, Dr. Prapin, for taking the time to share his experience and expertise about AI and robotics with us again today. Dr. Prapin, just a brief introduction about our guest speaker. Dr. Prapin received his PhD in 1988 from Northeastern University, and he holds a professional engineering license in industrial engineering from the Thai Council of Engineers. All in all, he also is an executive director at Lut Vilai & Sons, specializing in industrial robotics and automation system integration and welding industry solutions, as well as also holding a managing director position at Yawanta Electrot. In addition to that, he is also the president of the Thai Automation and Robotics Association. Without further ado, I would like to give the floor to Dr. Prapin to start our conversation today.
Sureena, thanks, Richard. Okay, thank you very much, Yelena, for arranging this, and thank you, Northeastern Alumni Association, for allowing this seminar over Zoom to happen. Today, I'm talking about, the topic is the real game changer, from innovation to new market, I am the president of Thai Automation and Robotics Association. So the innovation, of course, is in the robotics and automation. I want to share my experience, how I started to do innovation development and, how COVID-19 came along and changed the way we develop. It's actually speed things up. It's actually changed everything. The development is much quicker, at least double. And the point was, it was succeeded. The intention from the beginning is to develop intelligent mobile robot for the industrial applications, logistics and factory floor, to have the mobile robot running around, move things around, and then have a bin packing automation to pick up things from the shelf and deliver to the conveyor for packing, like in e-commerce. That's intention from the beginning. Actually, for the 6 months until, it took from June until December, and it didn't finish. I will show you the video. Then, we have COVID in late February and March. Everything stopped, but, nobody go anywhere, but the engineer turned out to be together all the time. So that's how things get done and finish. Okay, so this is the whole story of innovation development in, robotics and automation for the intelligent mobile robot, how COVID helped speed things up, change things around, let us do, the development of intelligent mobile robot into medical or hospital, usage. That is a UVC robot, for the disinfection of the hospital wards, and the food delivery of food and medicine dispensing robot. So that's changed my intention from industrial application to medical, area. So that's why, number one, COVID-19 is a real game changer. It changed the development time, makes it quickly in double. Finish though. The first 6 months, it only went halfway. But the 3 months during COVID, actually it finished. And, allow us to enter a new market in medical market for the, disinfection of UVC light and food and dispensing robot. So this is the whole story. So it's innovation, new market of medical area. COVID-19 changed the whole game, make it faster. Let us enter a new market in addition to our existing market. Okay, so, having said that, let me start with my presentation. Okay, so as you can see, it's the real game changer from innovation to the market. The innovation is to develop intelligent mobile robot. This is the one. And it turned out to be a MOM, which is a multi-purpose mobility. So it's a mobile robot, but it's a multi-purpose in such a way that we can put anything on it. The first one is the UVC disinfection lights. And the second one is the food and medicine dispensing. It's just like a moving vendor machine, to go to the patient, scan the patient barcode, give the food without having to open, the patient doesn't have to open and grab the food, from the shelf, but the robot will take the correct shelf and send it out like a vending machine. Okay, that's the whole story. To start with, so I have to talk about Thailand. The government put together the concept of Thailand 4.0, basically an innovation-driven industry. So now all the government, all the fundings, all the agency, they are giving some kind of grants or work to get industry to do innovation. You know, it's a translational research to industry. So basically, what I'm saying this is Thailand 4.0 concept is to have industry do innovation. Everyone has to do innovation to increase values, you know, in order for the future of Thailand, you know, all the industrial or industry or related business can have prosperity, security, and sustainability. So it's a policy. That's why I'm doing it. Okay? So that's the whole point. And then in order to do that, the government has put together the 10 S-curve targeted industry of Thailand. These are the 10 S-curves. And from Thai Automation and Robotics Association, where I am the president, you know, we finished the official registration back in March of this year. So before that, last year I was the chairman because it was not officially registered. But once it officially registered, I am the president now. So the field of the new S-curve, we are in one of the 10 targeted S-curve, Industry of Thailand 4.0, which is robotics and also related to digital. Okay, so Thailand 4.0 is about innovation, and then the government has a policy to push everyone to do innovation in order to add values in the future. You know, we cannot just buy and sell. We cannot just manufacture things with license. We have to be able to innovate and have our own products, you know, so there are various mechanisms to help that. But anyway, Thailand Industry 4.0, Thailand 4.0 and the targeted industry where we are talking about now, you know, is robotics, which also involved with digital. And how do I get the intelligent mobile robot innovation? Back in the end of 2018, I was approached by my friend who was the founder of FIBO, Institute of Field Robotics, King Mongkut University of Thonburi, and asked me, hey, DEPA, Digital Economy Promotion Agency, they have a program to support innovation. If I could come up with an idea, then, you know, I can work with FIBO to select students. And then, you know, I take them in, let them work with us, with our team for 1 year. They're in their 4th grade. And once they finish, I can hire them at the whatever salary, but there is a limit to the maximum salary. And then DEPA, Digital Economy Promotion Agency, would, you know, share 60% of student salary, and we only pay 40% for 1 year. I said, okay, that's good. So at the end of 2018, I said, hey, you know, because there are, you know, there is a roadmap, a policy, you know, as you can see down here. It's an industrial technology roadmap for innovation platform for automation, robotics, and intelligent electronics. The study being done by FIBO. And they, you know, they said, hey, there are 3 target groups, you know, urgent sector, automotive and smart electronics, sustainable sector, food and agriculture, well-being is edutainment, healthcare, and medical hub. Okay, I'm in industrial. So I said, hey, you know, there are 4 products here. I want to do this, intelligent mobile robots. I want a robot to run in the factory floor, move things around. Also for the logistics, you know, just like Alibaba or Amazon, I want to be able to have my own technology to do the mobile robot intelligently with proper software, and then move it around, control it, connect it to the enterprise, you know, software in the company, and sell it to everyone. Okay, so I put in the application, work with FIBO, submitted to DEPA, they accepted it. So then we selected 4 students to do the project, to do intelligent mobile robot number 1, which is a mobile robot on the base. And on the top, I want to have a bin loader, automatic bin loader. So the robot would move this automatic bin loader to a 2-meter high shelf, pick the box, any box from the shelf, bring it back to the conveyor and have, you know, people pick things up, pack them, and deliver to customers. So that's are the two things I wanted to do, intelligent mobile robot and automatic bin loader. Okay, so then we picked 4 students and then we started. Okay, I want to skip this slide. Maybe I come back. Okay, so what happened? So in June, 4 students came actually for 3 projects. One is intelligent mobile robot, one for automatic bin picking and loading, and the third one is for visual system. But anyway, they all helped 4 of them, starting in June last year through December, 6 months. And at the end of December, how I came up with intelligent mobile robot is this video. A plane, nothing yet, simple, you know, can move around. And I said, that's it. Okay, I don't think it's gonna work. Yeah. And then in January and February, they have to go to their class, and, you know, with the winter breaks and go back to their class, they haven't come back. And then in March, FIBO wanted to help the medical, you know, facility to do UVC lights and to do automatic food and medicine dispensing robot. And they asked me, hey, do I want to take whatever I have and change it and, you know, redevelop it for that application? I said, yes. So the 3rd week of March, I said, hey, this intelligent mobile robot doesn't work. I ordered my team to, the company team where where these 4 students work with. And I said, hey, let's change the whole concept. Let's do a modular design, industrial grade, you know, mobile robot. Make things, you know, in modular. So if we can ever be succeed in development, we can do a mass marketing, mass manufacturing. So that's what we did. One thing is all the engineers couldn't go anywhere, so they sat together day in and day out. So from March, June, 2020 to June, 3 months, they work day and night, you know, everybody sit together, everybody work hard, and this is what came out. It's become autonomous mobile robot. It has a lidar, you know, which is a radar. It has a sensor, it moves, you know, if anybody cut in front, it stops. Otherwise, you know, you have a graphical representation of the area, and the dot you can see is moving according to the path that we draw. Yeah. So I would say because of COVID-19, 6 months, I only got halfway, not maybe even, 1/5. But in 3 months, I have been able to push, and the team has been able to perform, redesign, put into manufacturing of our parts, and came out with the finished product in 3 months. That was amazing, yeah? So, innovation number 1, intelligent mobile robots became autonomous mobile robot. This is prototype 1, 6 months. Prototype 2 is March to June 2020. Prototype 2, the name became MUM2, yeah? Multi-purpose mobility, or multifunctional mobility, rather. And, it has a logo with the FIBO and my company called Le Vilay. You can see, right here, 3 logos. Okay, so this is what happened. I was very excited, we could keep the cost down, we could compete with imports because it's autonomous, it's lidar, the things like this would cost at least $1 million baht. So number one innovation is done within 3 months because of COVID-19. Thank you. You know, it's really changed the whole game. Then let's look, let's look at what happened then. Second innovation, automatic bin picking, prototype 1. Please take a look. It's supposed to take a bin, lift it up, put it onto the shelf. Bulky, very noisy, not good design. Looks ugly, but anyway, it's a prototype 1. It has all the chain, you know, make noise, not so good, but it's a good prototype 1. Stationary. This one's supposed to be put on the autonomous mobile robot. So no good. I look at it, I said, uh-oh, I put money in. Doesn't work. Now, it's put in, now you can pick it back. Pick up the bin, then come down, and you know, if it's on a autonomous mobile robot, which is AMR, then it will move to wherever, you know, in the warehouse or in the factory. So that was it. I said, no. Then, you know, automatic food and medicine dispensing, let's change the design. Let's take the design, make it very quiet, make it very good. You know, once you have the first prototype, to move the prototype 2, it's not that difficult. Let's do it. So from June to August, June, July, August, 3 months, this came back. Inside, it would move, but I will have a later video to show you more. To bring food from the shelf and make a vending machine like this, send out to the customer. So this was in August, last month. You will see later for September. Okay, so innovation didn't work much, doesn't look professional. Couldn't get people to come back in January, February until late March when people are all together. Me as the project header of my company and the owner, I said, let's change it. Let's change the idea, make a modular design for the AMR, takes the old bin packing, makes it into automatic food medicine dispensing robot, and COVID helped me finish that. So the final product is Thai, but let me explain. This is MOM2, multifunctionality, multifunction mobility. This is 2, it's prototype 2. And we have autonomous mobile robot, which has a LiDAR. Then UV disinfection, actually it's a UVC disinfection robot. And food and dispensing machine robot. Yeah. Medicine, food dispensing, you know, food medicine dispensing robot. So this is the whole story, you know. Fibo made the whole video, but you know, some language is in Thai, but actually, this is the whole quick, you know, about 2-minute story. So let's do it. These are the 4 students, apart from our group who helped build, you know, wiring and things like that, you know, but they are the one who really put a lot of effort, yeah, because dedicated to the innovation. That's very important. You must have the separate team be dedicated to the innovation, otherwise it doesn't work. Use wireless control. You know, anything in front, it will stop because it has LiDAR. Turn on the lights. Can work 9 to 10 hours per one charge. has a robot management application to chart the path, and it can work, move automatically and see if there are anything in front and stop or move away. So this is because of COVID-19. Levilai is our company. This is FIBO, and this is KMUTT, King Mongkut University of Technology, Thonburi. Yeah, that's the university, but basically these two works together. Yeah, so that's the AMR UVC disinfection robot. AMR is an autonomous mobile robot. Then this is last week, and you see this is month 3. This is the third prototype. The second prototype, this one looks different. We call it AMR 200, which can take 200 kilogram load. We improve the suspension. It will run smoothly. Then, just finished this week, the food medicine dispensing on the top. And this video is only a few days ago for this seminar. So it moves by itself. Take, let's say, the automatic food medicine vending machine. Okay, dispensing machine or dispensing robot. We just make a situation, yeah, move to a patient, like a guy just, show you lie on a bed. If we have a lot of beds, if we have COVID infection, then he can just put his wristband that has a barcode on it. Then the robot will know who's the patient, the food or the medicine from where it's loaded on the shelf. We'll take it and put it, automatically deliver it to a patient. Yeah. Then it moves away and move. If you have a lot of patients on the bed, it can move to each patient. It has 8 bins on each side. Totally, you can put 16 for the food box. But if you want for medicine, we can, make it smaller. We can have up to 32 if we want to use it only for medicine dispensing. But for food box, it can do 16 box or 16 patients. Yeah. So this is this week. It's the month 3. It's the third prototype. Okay. So the third prototype, month 3, which is now ready for commercialization as autonomous mobile robot. As a matter of fact, last Friday, Toyota at Banpo engineering team in their own logistic factory, they came to my company and they are very interested to have this month 3, they're interested to buy, but to take a load of 400 kilogram with a lifter. So, they already asked for everything. We hope to get good news that they should order it. If they should, then we have a good reference, with Toyota. So this one runs smoother, better design, of course, the third prototype. If it sees something in front, this one, it will move away, yeah? Since it doesn't move, so this one moves away. Okay, so what I presented so far is innovation development, 6 months, probably got 1/5. Okay, let's say 1/4, oh, okay, 1/2. With COVID-19 came, we have been able to do it in 3 months. Then we moved from our initial purpose of doing it for industrial into the medical sector. And we have been able to do third prototypes. And these third prototypes commercially now We have customers, many customers express interest. So we hope to be able to get this business going and, you know, make it, let's say, a few $1 million business within the first 1 or 2 years. Let's see. I update you later. Now, I want to get into just a little bit, you know, this is my last slide. You know, that autonomous mobile robot, it has all the requirements of Industry 4.0. So I name it Thailand Industry 4.0, everything connected. So in order to have that connected, I'm saying robotics and automation system, industrial Internet of Things, and universal data connectivity. Okay, what I'm trying to say is, now you hear Industry 4.0, everybody say, hey, Industry 4.0 is a cyber physical systems. You go and look it up, you know, in internet. So they said, okay, you have physical systems. On the cyber, you have IoT, you have cloud computing, you have cognitive computing, and AI. I think it's a bit difficult to understand. So I'm trying in this seminar to explain again. So physical systems, we are talking about machineries, automation systems, robots, sensors, autonomous mobile robot in our case. So these are the hardware. Then we will have, you know, distributed control unit. In factories, we all use programmable logic controllers with a lot of IOs to connect all the automation system, machineries, robots, Wi-Fi. Then we have these edge devices. Edge devices are now just like a small computer system. For example, you have a video, keep recording, and something moves, you know? So now you can just send data of that movement things to keep up on your cloud. You don't need to keep sending everything. Example like that. So we have all the connectivity with all the hardware through IIoT, Industrial Internet of Things. There are whole stories of protocols and things like that. But what I'm trying to say is nowadays you can do universal data connectivity, and we are pushing toward that goal. So this is called the operation technology, OT. And up here it's called IT, you know, information technology with local cloud at the company, then the global cloud. So basically on the IT side, physical systems, you have all the automation. This is physical. The remaining are all cyber. IoT, the connection with, you know, IoT connects OT with IT. IoT connects IT with the global cloud. Yeah, so we have IoT, cloud computing. Then you need enterprise software, cognitive computing, and AI, you know, as the software running. So these three elements, you know, constitute cyber systems, you know, all this. And down here, constitute physical systems. What I'm trying to say is what? Autonomous mobile robot that we did. These are the AMR here. It has a Wi-Fi, connect to the software to control the AMR to run. And the next version is to put 5G or 4G and 5G on the AMR, connect the 5G to the software and go up to the cloud. So if you want to do a UVC or, you know, mobile robot and medical and food dispensing machine, if, you know, the facility is too big, so we might lose Wi-Fi signal. So the alternative is to put 4Gs or 5Gs and do not use Wi-Fi and communicate everything, you know, through 4G or 5Gs up here. If you are locally, you can do, but anyway, it should be going to the cloud and coming back down here and control. So I'm explaining this because our AMR technology, you know, can use this to explain our technology. Okay, so, you know, we're now entering medical area, as well as industrial area with our innovation. We are using Industry 4.0, everybody talking about that, but actually that is very important, you know, and the model is right, it's good, the technology is there. In order to do universal data connectivity, you can, for us, we use OPCUA, Open Platform Communication Unified Architecture, as a server and client to make sure that the communications on the yellow things, yeah, it has encryption, it uses SHA-256, which is the same as blockchain use, so it's secure. It is fault tolerant, it means if there is any error, the program doesn't break. Or if you send the message, it makes sure that you get it. You don't have to keep checking, yeah? And it, you know, you can, when you program it, you can use information models by applying data abstractions to programming this OPCUA. Anyway, so our AMR robot and our innovation, we all use this. Okay, so today, you know, I try to show what we have done, what COVID has changed us, and, you know, try to make a broad comparison to the Industry 4.0 technology, which actually we are using them. But, you know, in order to do this, you know, we need, you know, I have software companies, I have automation people, you know, I have PLC people in the automation and Python and C#, blah, 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 blah. But anyway, it all comes together, it works, and the future of business will grow. So I think I spent like 35 minutes now. You know, I don't want to make it too long. So this finished my presentation. Thank you. Okay, any questions?
Yes, we do have a
Okay.
question.
Okay.
Dr. Prapin, how can robotic automation system be used in construction business, or how should be applied in it in the agricultural industry?
Oh, agricultural construction company is a bit difficult, but you know, depends. If you do, you know, if you're in the business of create, you know, of doing piling, you know, to make piling, then maybe you can use robot running on a rail, and then to pour concrete or to weld, you know, the steel. So limited usage, but yes, there are a few. If you watch the videos on the internet, now they have robots to do the brick, you know, to do bricking, you know, the wall. So they also already have that. So yes, there are applications, but not all. Agriculture industry, oh, now, you know, Thailand, we are a food and, you know, agriculture and food processing country. So now a lot of effort being put into applying robots into the agriculture and food. The technology is not mature. It needs a lot of help and innovation. It's one of the area where government is putting a lot of money, you know? So if you look at the internet, there are robots taking away weeds, you know? There are robots picking off fruits from the trees. Now Thailand can do. Weeds, a limited version. Then a lot of, you know, robots to do, this is for sure, you know, to do use the insecticide, you know, to spray. That's a drone, you know. So yes, it's an active area. It's not mature. It's still open. I think innovation is good to do it there.
Hi, I just have one question. I think definitely lots of room for innovation in a lot of industries, but just like a little shift of gear, I guess, towards the implementation procedure. I'm just curious to how long does it usually take for your company, or from your experience, that how long does it take for robotics to be commercialized? Or maybe in another way you can look at it, and how long does it really take for companies to really adapt to the new innovation or new technology presented in the market?
At least 2 years.
At least 2 years. Can you give
Yeah.
an example of maybe like one of the past projects that you've completed before as well?
Oh, okay, wait. You know, the business in robotics, you know, if it's the system evolve around the robotics automation, you know, we can do a project in 3 months. But if you're talking about innovation, like now, I'm just doing the, you know, autonomous mobile robot. Now it's already, you know, a year and a half from start. Actually, we can count from January as we prepare everything last year, and now it's 1 year and 9 months already. And month 3 just came out, and now we present it to the customers. So customer making decision. So if they can make decision in this month, you know, we can produce it in 2 months. So roughly in 2 years for this project.
That's very interesting. I think definitely speeded up by COVID-19, as you mentioned, as well, as people are spending more time together.
Yes, otherwise it should be longer and a lot more money.
Thank
I
you.
already put in roughly maybe 200,000 already US dollars.
Oh, wow.
But that will come back. You put, you know, it's the point of innovation is you have to put money in order to get money back if you succeed.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yes.
Dr. Prapin, I have a question. So I'm coming from a hospitality hotel background, and recently we've been converting our hotels into alternative state quarantine hotels.
Yes.
You probably heard about this. So we have to be a quasi hotel hospital for 14 days. So customers can quarantine themselves. And I've been applying some of the procedures, especially with like housekeeping and food delivery. I was just wondering if you've been contacted by anyone from the hotel business to apply robotics in hotels, specifically during ASQ, the quarantine period, and what you think is the future of hospitality and robotics.
No, I have not been contacted because they don't know about this, I think. And the future of hospitality and robotics, I'm not so sure. We all want some warmth of people. We want to see smile, you know? So depends. I think for the quarantine, maybe this robot for the food and medicine dispensing, you know, robot can help. Other than that, I think we still need good people, you know, not, you know, to be interesting, to be happy, you know? But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. This is my opinion.
So you're thinking there's a human element that people really need and they would not get from a robot, that a robot
Right,
would never.
sure. You don't
Yeah.
want to go to a hotel, talk to a robot reception, yeah? And you don't want to go and some, you know, something just move you, you know, lead you to your room. And, you know, just like during COVID, we all stay home. And isn't it nice now? Well, only 2-3 months, yeah, but my office never closed. My factory never closed. So I've been going to my office. So I think it's so boring, you know, to work from home.
I also have one more question. It's unrelated. What are the obstacles you face or your company faces in general, such as costing or human labor? Or I just was wondering, what are the obstacles you face?
Oh, you know, in doing robotics and automation, it's a multidisciplinary area. It means you must have mechanical people, you must have electrical people, you must have electronics, you must have software programming, yeah, you must have assembly people, you know, and you must have, you know, controls, PLC and things like that. So, number one, you better be in that business first. I have been. In the automation and robotic business, we have about 45 engineers and sales engineers. So the obstacle is you don't have people, you cannot do it. So you better have people, then you better put in money. If the owner of the company or whoever lead the projects cannot allocate money, it doesn't work. Because when you do this, it always needs something, you know, to order this part and that, and, you know, and I just said, order, don't worry. I just approve. And then parts come in. They know that they will get money from my company. If they know we're in trouble, they will not supply. So, okay, first people, you have enough people. You must put in a lot of resources in terms of financial. Then you must have, you know, encourage talented people to work on the project 100% or 200 or whatever, but at least dedicated 100%. And, you know, get all the people to really dedicate it, push it. You know, I call them, I talk to my guys, and my guys talk to the students, talk to FIBO, you know, all of this, you dedicate it. You have to be very innovative in terms of the project leader. You have to know what, you know, have to know the market. Because if you don't know, you make the wrong product. So many things not easy. But if you put your effort, resources, your readiness in terms of manpower, you know, and if you're lucky, you will succeed. Actually, you know, we failed if it wasn't for COVID-19. So the real game changer is COVID-19 actually helped us to succeed. Without this, I already failed my innovation project. It didn't work. So a lot of hurdles to go over.
Yeah, Dr. Prapin, we have another question. What about the cost to develop the robotics to be used at what organization that can help company if we need to get started?
Okay, what about the cost to develop robotics to be used at what organization that can help company? Okay. Well, I told you, I already put in roughly $200,000, yeah? And actually, you know, it will cost much more. But you have to work with university. So what I'm doing now, okay, we have, I'm a board member of Thai German Institute, where core Center of Robotics Excellence, you know, is at TGI. So now what I'm doing is I'm pushing core, you know, we have metrics. Core consists of 17 universities and institutions. Yeah. So, okay, then I'm going to share this slide. The slide that I omitted. Okay, so this slide now, okay, wait. So very good question. This one is what I'm trying to do. I just want to show you the technology group requires to do this industrial technology roadmap here. Mechatronics manipulation consists of robot structure, embedded system, robot control, navigation, then perception, which consists of computer vision, multi-sensor data fusion, cognition, AI and big data, human-robot interaction, human-machine interface, virtual reality, augmented reality, supporting tools, IoT, actually IoT also, cloud computing, open hardware, software platform. So the innovation development for these roadmaps will require the technology group of these 5 groups consisting of all these, you know, subgroups of technology. So core, Center of Robotics Excellence, you know, running by TGI, Thai German Institute. So now I'm pushing them, they are doing it. We are creating a matrix. On the row side, each row are the product groups. And on the column on the top, we listed each technology that requires to do innovation. And then each university has to specify what are their expertise on this technology. So once we have this metric, we know which members, 17 members of the core Center of Robotics Excellence, university and institution are good, they're good, the technology that they are good at. Then, for example, I know FIBO is good at in this, intelligent mobile robot somewhat. So I'm affiliated with them. So anyone in the future who becomes, TARA member or outside, but at least TARA member companies first, then they can look at the metrics. You want to do innovation, you go and cooperate with the university on the products, which requires the technology where these universities are good at and work with them. So you have the industrial side as a company, then you have the specialization of each technology in the robotics and automation technology, then you work with them. That's the only way to ensure success. So that a very good question. So I would fail also because I wasn't involved much in the first 6 months. I was waiting for them to come up with their idea to see, and I say, not right. Then I start changing. It would have taken more time, but it didn't.
Thank you, Dr. Prapin. And one more question. So for a hospital to purchase this food and medical dispenser, it's a big investment. What is the break-even time for hospitals to invest in technologies like this?
Okay, first case, we have to ask, is COVID going to come back, COVID-19? If it does, okay, a UVC disinfection robot, we already put a price of 1 million baht. That is what, $30,000 roughly. And a food and medicine dispensing machine, it's 1.2 million baht. Okay, so take the case of a food dispensing machine. If you use one person, running 2 shifts or 3 shifts, it will pay back in 3 years. On the UVC, you cannot use people because the UVC light is dangerous to people, but it's still, okay, there are proofs, they have to prove to make sure that it really works. I mean, how close to the surface and how long. But anyway, 1 million baht, if you need it to disinfect and in case it really works, so it would pay back in no time because you cannot use people to move it. It has to run by itself and it has to disinfect, these germs and virus. So, on the UVC, I would say only a year, not more than 2. Yeah. So
yeah.
Roughly within 3 years.
Thank you.
Depending on the situation of our COVID-19. Maximum is 3 years.
Thank you. So it looks like we have no more questions. I'm going to give another 30 seconds for our guests to speak up. Or otherwise, we will conclude our presentation. Anyone? Oh, hold on. We have Carmen. You can speak up.
Can you hear me? Good morning.
Good morning,
Hello.
Carmen. Yes, we can.
How are you? Thank you so much. Good evening and good morning. Thank you so much for your presentation. It was super valuable. I am in Guatemala, so for me right now it's 7 a.m. Doctor, I have a question for you. How long, or you think this kind of futuristic instruments for health, it's gonna come to Latin America anytime soon?
Well, I would think so. Yes.
Let's. Okay, thank you so much. I will stay in contact with you. Thank you so much for your valuable presentation. It was amusement.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carmen. All right. At this beautiful note, the presentation was fantastic. Thank you, Dr. Prapin, again for speaking for us. And we are looking forward to end this era of COVID. Maybe it's not very good for your business, but I'm sure you'll find other ways as well. And thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. And we're looking forward to meet everybody in person soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.